Let's get more now on those reports that the author Salman Rushdie has been attacked in Western New York. Straight to Washington, D.C. and speak to Dominic Waghorn. Dominic, what do we know?
Well, all that we know at the moment is these reports from the Associated Press that Sir Salman Rushdie, the Indian-born British novelist, was on a stage in Chautauqua, which is a leafy resort near Lake Erie in upstate New York. He was about to address some kind of literary event at the Chautauqua Institution, where he was attacked by a man who got onto the stage and attacked him. Now, initially, the AP said that he was stabbed. They're now saying that he was either punched or stabbed. So we don't know exactly the nature of the attack or obviously of his condition. One tweet from the scene, purportedly from the scene, saying that he walked off the stage with some assistance. So that sounding like the outcome of this attack isn't as serious as it could have been, but obviously no confirmation of that. There are a couple of photographs of the attack which show a crowd of onlookers and also some law enforcement personnel, it looks like, crowding around a body on the floor or trying to administer some kind of help to somebody on the floor. So I think we're still trying to work out what happened and what state Salman Rushdie is in, but obviously attracting an enormous amount of attention, this incident, not least because of Rushdie's past. He came to fame in 1981 because of his book Midnight Children, a book about Indian independence and the partition that in 1981 won him a huge amount of critical acclaim and won him the Booker Prize. And then 7 years later, in 1988, he wrote the Satanic Verses. And the reaction to that sparked one of the biggest religious and freedom of speech controversies, really, of our time. Salman Rushdie, in that book, was accused of dealing with the Prophet Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad of the Islamic religion, accused of treating him and depicting him irreverently, and that earned him the anger, particularly of Ayatollah Khamenei, the leader of Iran, who issued a fatwa, effectively a kind of international death sentence on the writer, and he went into hiding for a number of years. Was only really able to emerge from that safely when Mohammad Khatami, the new leader of Iran, president of Iran, 8 years later, said that Iran would neither hinder nor support attempts to assassinate Salman Rushdie. But other groups, Iranian-linked groups and other Islamic groups, continue to put a bounty on his head. And he's really lived under the threat of that. There has been a $3 million bounty on his head issued by other extremist groups. So he's lived with that threat, come out of hiding, and managed to lead a fairly normal life. But he's always had this threat of Muslim extremists plotting to attack him because of the anger about that book. And it seems that something has happened today that may either have been inspired by that book or there could be some other motivation for the attack. But certainly it seems he has been attacked in Chautauqua in upstate New York. But as I say, we don't know the nature of the attack, whether he was punched or stabbed, and we don't seem to know exactly what condition he's in.
OK. Thank you so much, Dominic Waghorn, our international affairs editor in Washington, D.C.